everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be a very exciting YouTube video. I am finally talking about my breast augmentation experience. So today's video is going to be very exciting. It's been a long time coming. I've been wanting to make this video so long, but I really wanted to make sure I was kind of out of the healing process to be able to tell you guys everything accurately. And now that I feel like I'm finally, like feeling better and finally healing, like no more, at least minimal pain now, that I feel like I can give you guys a better perspective now that I'm not like in pain. Because I feel like if I filmed it like while I was in pain, I feel like I would be so dramatic. But I'm super excited to finally film this video. I've gotten so many questions on my Instagram. So if you are interested in knowing a little more about my breast augmentation, please keep on watching. Also, if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. It means so much to me. And let's get on to the video. Okay, so I have a bunch of questions on my Instagram. I asked you guys on my story a long time ago, and I said I would do, so my surgery was January 30th and today is March 20th. So it's almost January, February, March. So I'm about the 2-month mark now. And honestly, I feel like I've had my boobs longer, but I don't know. I think I'm just like healing very well now. But let's get this out of the way. So where did I go? I went to North Texas Plastic Surgery. So there are different locations here in Texas. My doctor's name is 𝕝𝕗. He is amazing. I have so much respect for him. He is so knowledgeable, and the only thing that I would say about this entire process was it was very scary for me to not be able to meet him until the day of my surgery. But what people don't tell you is you have so much time the day of your surgery, like, because they ask you to come in like hours before your surgery, so you have so much time to ask questions and change anything you want. I always say that if you are getting a procedure done, whether it's this serious or whether it's just something small like lip filler or something, I always say that you should trust the person that you are getting your work done by. Because if you are hesitating anything, I feel like you are A, not ready, or B, you just don't trust them. So when I jumped into this, I knew exactly what I wanted. I knew what I wanted to say to him, and I did all of my research. So I've looked at a couple other surgeons as well before I went to mine. And there were so many different factors like why I chose my doctor, but obviously like I have my own opinions, and that's how I chose my doctor. So I just want to say, make sure you are choosing somebody that you completely trust, because if you don't, you're always gonna feel like you're hesitating, and that's not good, especially when it's permanent, like on your body. This question is like really common, but someone asked me, why did I do it? So this is something that I've been thinking about like early freshman year in high school, but I wanted to give myself time to develop. Like, I want to give my body time to like grow into its natural form, if that makes sense. So I wanted to see if like my boobs would get bigger, or if like my boobs would get to a size that I would be happy with. And that's why I waited so long. But I also didn't have the funds, obviously, when I'm in high school. And I also lived with my family at the time, so like obviously I knew that they also weren't going to be supportive of it at a very young age, which I completely understand. Everyone's family is different, but growing up in like an Asian family where we had like different priorities, like obviously a boob job is not going to be number one on my parents' list. So I did it because I've been thinking about doing this for a long time. It's always been a what if in my life, and if you know the type of person I am never one to feel like, oh, I wish I could have done this, I wish I could have done that. Like, I always want to do what makes me happy and makes me feel more confident. It's not because I saw other people doing it, it's not because I felt pressured to do it. It's simply because I've always like had a particular style in clothing that I love to show off. Like, I love to show off, parts of my body, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's just how I like to dress myself. And I just felt like I never was fully 100% flattered with the way that like my body would look in some outfits. So I kind of became like a really big thing for me as I grew up. I just felt like I looked very like little, like very, because I'm already like 5'1", 5'2", right? So I'm short, I'm very petite, and like I just felt like I didn't really look like a grown woman. Not that you need boobs to look like a grown woman, but it is like a factor I feel like that plays in the role between me and my style, if that makes sense. There was nobody in my life that influenced me to do it. It was solely only for me and my happiness, and I don't regret it at all. I love it. It's the best life decision I ever made. Okay, I'm being dramatic, but it is. What size did you go for? So, funniest story. So the day of my surgery, I was originally going 350. When I tried my sizers on at my 2 consultations, I was looking at the implants on me and I put them in like a sports bra so I could see, and 350 looked so good on me. Like I was really happy with them, and 350 is like the starting point for most people, because I'm telling you, I was a 32, 34A before this journey. So I didn't have much to work with. So I started pretty big at 350. So I tried on the sizers. I will put the video that I took at my consultation of me trying on the 350 sizers, and I was so happy. I was very excited. But the thing is, I feel like when you go to your consultations and you just try on any implants, you're just like, oh my god, yes, like I want this, I want this. Because at the end of the day, a silicone implant is always going to make your boobs like look bigger, you know what I mean? And what I wanted was I just wanted boobs. I just wanted boobs. I didn't like really have the knowledge of like what size that I wanted. I just knew that I wanted boobs. So I feel like when I tried on the 350s, I was like, oh my god, they look so good. And it did look so good, and that's what my doctor recommended me to get as well. But it was the day of the second consultation that I went again, and I tried on the 400 sizers, and the sizers are very teardrop shaped, right? I feel like that gives off the illusion of the boobs being bigger than what they actually will look like. But at the time, like I didn't really like think about that or know that. So when I tried on the 400s, I was like, they're kind of big, you know? So I don't know, because I felt like I wanted to go 350, but I tried on the 400s and I was like, I kind of like this too. It's just the fact that like I feel like they look a little low. When I tried on the implant sizers, the nurse told me that they were actually going to be a little higher, and that's just because like they're in a teardrop shape, but the actual implant, well, depending if you get teardrop or not, it's circular. So she told me that they would actually sit a little higher, especially because like the healing process and stuff. I was really set on the day of my surgery that I wanted like 380 or 385, like anywhere around there, maybe even 370. I just knew I wanted to go bigger than 350 and smaller than 400 cc's. So I told my doctor that, and he said the only 2 implants that they had that day for me was a 360 and a 395. And I was looking at my mom and I was like, I'm just like kind of scared, you know, to like go almost 400, because that's basically 400. 5 cc's is literally like so small. So I wanted to play it safe, and I told him I wanted to go 360. And then here's what really helped me. So when my doctor left the room, I was just playing around with the sizers once more, because it's the day of my surgery. Like I want to make sure, you know, like before this stuff goes into me, like it's perfect, you know, I'm not gonna have any regrets. So I'm playing around with the sizers, and I'm bare chested, like I have nothing on. So at my consultation, I had like a sports bra on, or like a very thin tank top, and I just put the implants in, and I was just looking at it in the mirror, right? But boobs look different when they're in clothing. So I would put the sizers next to my chest and do like 360, you know, just looking in the mirror. I put on the 400 and I put it straight to my chest, and I'm like, wait, I kind of like the way that this looks. So my mom actually had to leave my consultation room, and she like went to go run down my doctor, and she was like, actually my daughter wants 395. So he was like, okay. And I was only a little iffy about it, because my doctor told me that 395 to 400 for my body type would be a little bigger than average. I've seen so many breast augmentation videos where the girls always say go bigger, and I'm telling you, they're right. Go bigger. Always go bigger than what you think you want at first. So I decided to go 395 cc, and I'm so happy with them. I'm so happy I did, because I feel like if I went 360, I would have been like, maybe a B cup, and I would be happy with a B cup as well, but I just feel like if I'm paying this much money, like I want them to be very, you know, like prominent, and I want them to show. Someone said, I kind of just answered but they said, what cup size were you and what are you now? So I was a 32A, 34A, and then now I haven't actually measured myself accurately, but I believe I'm like 32 or 34C, but for my size. But I feel like I could also fall into a very big B cup as well, just because my what is this? I forgot the name, but like this part is very like tiny, skinny. Someone said post-op care and scarring creams and more. They're going to give you this cream called 𝕝𝕠𝕧𝕖. Okay, I'm butchering that, but I'll put it on the screen and I'll put it in my bio as well for you guys to check out. But it's basically a scar cream that you can use over your incisions after the 6 weeks, because you have to wait until your incision tape falls off. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the incision tape looks, so everyone says different, but mine looks so bad. Like it made my, I'll insert a picture, it made my scars look like they were worse than what they actually were. So the day I finally got to peel off my incision tape, guys, I was screaming because my scars looked so good. Like they looked like they were healing for like a couple months already, and I'm just like, I was so happy because I was very hesitant about the scars. Like I feel like my skin color, I tend to get a lot darker when I do bruise. I also use bio oil, and then I bought these silicone scar sheets on Amazon. I haven't been using the scar sheets yet, just because I feel like it's a little too early, because I'm constantly applying the bio cream, so I'm putting that on twice a day. And then bio oil, I kind of just do that whenever I remember. I could be better at it, but that's what I'm doing as of right now. So for post-op care, the things that I would recommend you to get are these padded sports bras. I got them on Amazon. I got them in size medium, and I'm so happy I did, because I thought that I would be a size small just because, like, you know, I have a tiny frame. But I actually went medium, and they were very hugging. They were perfect, and they're padded as well. You will need like a padded like compression bra once you get out of your surgery bra, because they make you wear that for 2 days. But I got these bras from Amazon. They worked so good. The support was so nice. I still love to wear them to this day because I still have to support my boobs. So I got those bras. It came in a 3-pack. I really don't know how people were wearing those, like, I don't know if those Fruit of the Loom bras like had padding in it, but I really don't know how they were wearing those without padding. Like, I don't know, because whenever like I would just let my boobs hang, oh my god, it hurt so bad. Like it was painful. They felt so hard, and I was like, no, I need support. So I definitely recommend those bras, and my nurse said that those bras were perfect for my post-op care as well. And then also, nobody told me to get this. I just decided to get it myself because I've done a lot of research. But the band, it's like a Velcro band that goes around your boobs. So you just strap it, and then you just like wear it for a couple hours, or when you're like aching really bad up here, and that helps my boobs drop so nicely, so fast. Like I was so happy. I literally couldn't live without that strap for a while. Like it was amazing. And then also I don't know if every like surgery center does this, but they also gave me an ice pack that was like very, very long, so I could just put it on my boobs whenever they like hurt really bad. I'm actually gonna go look at my Amazon right now and see what I ordered for my post-op care, because I'm kind of forgetting what I ordered. Oh, I also got the Arnica Montana pills. So it looks like it's in like a cylinder bottle. Those are the best Arnica pills for swelling and boob jobs. So I did my research, so you should definitely get those as well. And then I also just got like a vitamin E moisturizer just to put on my boobs, because I felt like they were like dry over time, like because they're just always sitting in bras and stuff. And also the skin is just constantly stretching as well. Someone asked me how much did it cost. So the whole procedure costed $6,400, around $6,500, and it would have been around $6,800 if I paid with a card. But if I did it in all cash, they told me that it would have been $6,400 So I paid in all cash, and also I didn't know that you could do installments, like monthly installments, and pay off your boobs like over time. I did not know that, but it's better if I didn't know that, because I definitely would have gotten my boobs done a long time ago. But they would have been $6,800 if I chose to do the financial route, and it was about $6,500. And then my prescriptions, I had insurance to cover most of it, but I ended up paying $100 for my prescriptions. And I'm saying this because I had 8 different types of prescriptions, so maybe, I don't know, having medical insurance would be very beneficial to that as well, but you don't need it, obviously. What was the recovery process like? So my recovery process was very, I wouldn't say bad, but it was very like hard, because my doctor told me, because I didn't have a lot of skin and I didn't have a lot to work with before, that I was going to feel the pain a lot more because my skin is stretching, like it's stretching out, you know, and like something's inside of my body, so all sorts of pain is going to be happening. And I was not having a good time. I remember feeling finally better around like the week 4 mark, week 4, week 5. It was just a lot of soreness. I wouldn't say it was like very, very bad sharp pains, but there were some times when like I feel like I would just feel like a really sharp pain, like just somewhere, just like randomly throughout the day, and I would just be like, oh shit. It wasn't like to the point where it was unbearable. Obviously they give you medication to ease things for you, and it really does help me, but I kind of just slept it away because I was on so much medication. And honestly, like if I didn't want to feel the pain, I would just numb my boobs with an ice pack. I couldn't do anything with my arms. Like I remember for like 4 or 5 weeks I couldn't even like reach for something in my cupboard, and I had my mom watch me for a week. And honestly, I wish she could have stayed longer, because I couldn't even like drive, I couldn't lift anything, I couldn't let my dogs out. And if I did, I would literally, because my dog's a puppy, so whenever she pulled, oh my god, like it hurt so bad, because you're not supposed to like lift or like pull anything more than 5 pounds. I mean, I didn't do it after that, because that's when I started to feel, you know, like the sharp pains under my armpit. But yeah, so I would just say my recovery process was like, it took a really long time for me to be able to be like mobile with my arms, because I could not like raise my arms for anything. Even now I'm still afraid to like raise them very, very fast. Next question, someone said, do you think it's worth getting? And I definitely would recommend anybody to get it if they are unhappy with their chest size. I think it is so worth it. Obviously, like everyone has a different experience and everybody has different outcomes, but I am so happy with mine. It's definitely one of the best decisions I've made for myself. Someone says, is there any scarring post-op? Yes, I do have like, think of like 2 red lines. I will actually take like a photo and put it on the screen for you guys to see what it looks like now. So I'm like almost 2 months post-op, so this is what they look like now, and it's not that bad to me. Like it looked worse obviously before, when I couldn't take my incision tape off, and obviously like when it's fresh, when you're fresh off the surgery board, like of course it's not gonna look good. Which style did the surgeon do? What implant did you get, and did you get a transfer or lift? So I decided to go silicone, and I went extra high profile. And extra high profile just basically means that it's going to be more projected. So projected this way, not like up more. So extra high profile just means that it's going to come out more, because being more petite, you want the side boob to come out more, so that is why I went extra high profile. I got the implant underneath my breast because I know you can also go through the armpit or nipple, but I am not for that. No thank you. I would rather just have them hang over my scars, like have my breast hang over my scars, because I feel like that wouldn't hurt as much. But yeah, I'm really happy that I ended up going underneath, and that was the only style I believe that my doctor did. I could be wrong, but he didn't recommend anything else or say that he did anything else. By the way, I did not like do gummy or teardrop. I just did the smooth silicone implant. And then for transfers and lifts, I got none of that. I didn't do any of that. I don't even have enough body fat to do a body transfer, like body fat transfer, and then I didn't even have boobs to do a lift. So did you lose or gain nipple sensitivity? Yes, I lost my nipple sensitivity. It was probably like for the first 2 to 3 weeks, and they are still like kind of, it's weird. It's like I feel it but I don't right now, but I will say I completely lost it like when I got my boobs done, and I'm not really like sure how I have like more sensitivity now. I think it's just like a thing that comes back over time, but I know some people aren't guaranteed to get it back over time. So if that's something that really scares you, I would definitely like talk to your doctor or surgeon about that, if that's something that means a lot to you. But to me, I was like, I don't really care, like I just want boobs. So but yeah, I lost it, but I'm gaining it back slowly now, and let me tell you, it hurts so bad when you gain it back. It feels so not so painful, but it hurts. And like I had to wear nipple pads like under my clothes, because when anything brushed across the surface of my nipple, it hurt so fucking bad, guys. It hurts so bad, but I'm good now. I'm good now. Healing time. So I'm still in the healing process. Like I said previously in the video, I am about 2 months out, and honestly I've been getting so many compliments on them. Like people have said that they look like they're healed already, and I'm just like, if they're not healed already, I can't even imagine what they'll look like when they are healed, because it takes 3 to 6 months for them to actually drop, and then a full year for them to finally heal. Because my boobs are not, okay, they're pretty squishy now, but they're not like, they don't feel like a real boob. Like a real boob goes in when you like push it down, but yeah, my boobs are still pretty hard. What were the pros and cons you weighed before making the decision? Obviously the biggest con I thought about was the breast implant illness. I had to think about that because that is a risk, and then also thinking about it rupturing or tearing. I know with silicone, because that's why I decided to go with silicone. Also silicone is more expensive than saline, so I just wanted to say that, because saline is cheaper, because it's not that it's not the better option, because there's a lot of pros and cons, but it's just that when it ruptures, or if it were to rupture, it's gonna like just sink. Like you're gonna have one big boob and one small boob. But silicone, like if it ruptures, it can tear and it can still kind of look like the shape. But it was also because of that reason as well, so that was a con. I was scared to like, you know, rupture anything, and I was also scared that I was going to look in the mirror and not feel like myself, because I've thought about lip filler, and I've thought about a nose job, and I've thought about eyelid surgery, and I've thought about nose filler. So I've never gone through with any of them, because I just feel like I would look in the mirror and feel like not myself. Like I feel like I would look completely different, and that's just something that I was like really scared about. But the thing is, I haven't been thinking about those like facial, you know, fillers for as long as I've been thinking about a boob job. So, and also like I always wore my Victoria's Secret bombshell bra literally every night, to the point where people thought that that was the real size of my boobs. And I was just like, this is really not going to change anything. It's going to look like I'm wearing my bombshell bra, so I wouldn't really feel different, you know what I mean? And then the pros before making the decision, I don't know, I guess I would just say because I'm doing it for myself, and I'm finally like, you know, pushing myself to do something on my own timing that I want to do, and you know, just like having my little moment of like happiness and like pursuing, you know, what I've been wanting to do for a long time. So did you think it was necessary either for your self-confidence or public image? No, I don't think a boob job is necessary at all. Like honestly, I would have been okay without my boob job, but it's not, I would have been like not 100% satisfied, if you know what I mean. Like I'm very, very grateful for everything that I have like on my body. I always try to show the most gratitude towards my body, because I feel like I could be in worse conditions. Like I could not have a leg or an arm or something, you know what I mean? I had a lot of self-confidence even before my boob job, but it was just something I was not 100% satisfied with. And then for the public image, definitely not. I have not done, like I did not get this for anybody, but I will say like it was a pro when it came to like my job, because I also am on OF and Instagram, so I just feel like, you know, obviously having boobs would be like bring more attention as well, but at the end of the day, that's not why I did it. So someone said, what type of profile did you get? So I got extra high profile. It's very, I want to say it's kind of uncommon unless you're very like small, because I know most people just get high profile, but my surgeon decided to do extra high profile. I never want you guys to get extra high profile because I did. I want you to get what your doctor recommends you, because everybody's boobs are going to look different on their bodies. So just because you like how mine look doesn't mean that you have to get extra high profile. Did you go over or under the muscle? I went under the muscle because I'm not sure if you can breastfeed if you go over the muscle, but I know that I want to breastfeed, and I just did my research for under the muscle only, because honestly I was also watching a bunch of other boob jobs videos and they all mostly went under, and that's also what gives it the more natural look, because then your muscle just falls over it and it just looks more like natural. So that's why I chose to go under. Someone said, how did you determine what was the right size for you, like not too big or small? And they look amazing. Thank you. So I would say the best way to determine it is when you go to your consultation, just go not go shirtless, but be shirtless when you're trying on the implants at some point in your consultation, and put it straight to your chest, because that's literally skin to skin. Because if you put it in a bra or something, it's gonna kind of just look like you have boobs, and you're just gonna be happy because you have boobs, you know, you have something bigger than what you want. So definitely like put it on your bare chest, because that's literally where you're gonna look like naked, or what you're gonna look like in a bikini. And I think that's what really like matters a lot when you do get a boob job. And then also I just did a lot of research on people that also looked like me, so I kind of took it with a grain of salt what they got, and then I would just think, okay, so I must have to be around this size if that's, you know, what this person got. So that's how I also determined my size. And I would say do your research, please. Like please do your research on your implants, on your sizing, and look at a couple girls also that are your size, whether they have implants or not. Like just save those photos and just show that to your surgeon, or tell your surgeon that that's a size that you want to go, and that that person is about the same as your body type, so he knows how, you know, how big for your frame and how they fall and everything. Someone said, what do they feel like after they've dropped? So mine are still pretty hard, but I wouldn't say my boobs have fully dropped yet, but they have dropped a lot. But they don't like feel very squishy, because I felt my friends who have boob jobs, and they're very squishy. Like it just goes in like a squish, like squishy. But mine like doesn't really go in, like it pops back up, you know what I mean? So, and I also can't go very deep either, but it feels really nice. Like they feel very squishy now, but they're not fully dropped yet, so I can't say like 100%. What are the drawbacks of going really big? I had a fear stepping into this that I didn't want to look like an AirPod. And what I mean by that is my boobs, my chest is bigger than my butt, so I didn't want to like look like the letter P. And like there's nothing wrong with that, but like I just really want to be more equal, you know, in my body. So the drawbacks of going too big for your frame, and it depends on what surgeon you're going to, because some surgeons actually will like they like doing big boobs, and like they like having the portfolio of having like big boobs, but some like going the more natural way, or the more like perfect picture frame, you know, for your body type. But I would say going really big, like you would have really bad back pain, and then also sometimes your body really can't handle it. Like sometimes your body is just not gonna accept the implant being that big. Like it's just not gonna look good, or it's just not like proportional for your body, and that's just something that you have to like accept. So that's why I think it's really important to talk to your doctor, especially if you want to go bigger than like what your body can take. Someone said, how long did it take for you to fully recover? So I wouldn't say I'm even fully recovered. I would just say that I'm pretty healed by now, but I'm also still healing. Like I said, the feeling of them doesn't really feel real. They still sit really high, and they feel hard, like without a bra. They're like poking out, and they don't lay, you know what I mean? Like they don't spread, they don't lay, they're just stiff coconuts on my chest right now. And like I don't really like that, but I know that I'm still in the healing process, so I can't really say. But I would say how long it took me to recover was like, I would say by week 5 I was fully mobile, like with my arms, like doing this stuff. I would just say I can do like, you know, things by myself. I can drive, I can like take my dogs out, I can lift a little bit of things, but I cannot do upper body right now. Like I don't even want to try and do a push-up. Like it's not, you're gonna have to forget about upper body for a very, very, very long time if you are like an upper body person. But just know that you're not going to be able to use your arm muscles for a very, very long time. And that is basically all the questions. The other ones are just basically the same repeated questions, but I really hope that this video was informational to you and that it helped you and that it helps influence you whether you want them or not. I just want to thank everybody for being on this journey with me. I love you guys so much for being so supportive and always just like being there for me and respecting my decisions, my life decisions, and just always being amazing. I love you guys so much, and if I missed any questions, please just comment down below and I will get back to them as soon as I can. But anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I love you all so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.